You use the same part of the brain when visualizing an action that when you perform it for real. This video is about the secret technique elite performers use every day to be at their best at all times on all fronts. This is very popular at the elite levels of athletics, but I use it in business and we train and coach our clients to do it. And let me tell you, it makes all the difference. So what is visualization? In essence, visualization is a mental rehearsal of what perfect practice looks like. So just as an athlete would mentally rehearse the practice that he's about to do in order to achieve perfection in that specific practice, you can do the same in your business life. And this is not new, of course. This has been done for thousands of years. In fact, the Greeks famously invented the mental palace, which is a technique they use to foster learning and memory. So using the mind to create scenarios in order to drive performance or drive learning or drive memorization has always been done. And most recently in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, there were programs funded by the Soviet Union in order to train their best athletes with mental rehearsal, with visualization. In fact, there's research that proves out that the ideal ratio between physical and mental was 25-75. So they were training 3 times more frequently with their mind than actually with their body. They were imagining the outcomes of the practice in whatever sport they were trying to practice 3 times more frequently than they were actually doing in practice. And the most decorated Olympian in history, Michael Phelps, is famous for rehearsing a mental videotape of each race before and after each race. So as he said, everything that could go for, I am mentally ready for. And I think he even won a gold medal in the 50 meters butterfly, I believe it was, when there was water that entered the glasses and he still could finish in the first place because he had already won in his mind. Arnold Schwarzenegger also said that he knew he was Mr. Olympia for the first time before he even became it. It had already happened in his mind. He had imagined it so vividly there was no other option for him than to win. And as Bill Bowman, which is Michael Phelps' coach, said, "We figured imagery was best to concentrate on these tiny moments of success and build them into mental triggers. It's more like habits had taken over. The actual race was just another step in a pattern that started earlier that day and was nothing but victories. Winning became a natural extension." And this is incredible because if you are able to win in your mind before you actually win for real, you have a much better chance of winning for real. So you cannot afford to not do it in your day-to-day. This is one of the secret things that we train our clients. This is why they win so fast. This is how their transformation is so incredible. So it is very important for you to pay attention. Now, before we dive into what is the actual protocol, think about what's going on, right? So when you are imagining something or you are performing that thing, the brain lights up the same way. The same neural circuitry gets switched on. So there's no real difference at the brain level between imagining and doing. This is why it is so important to never foster and entertain negative thoughts and always try to direct your thoughts towards the reality that you are willing to achieve. This is part of what some people call manifestation, which is in essence guiding your behavior towards the outcomes you want by first seeing that in your mind's eye. This is widely known at the elite level in the athletic world, but not that much in the business. Now, how to make it stick, how to make it powerful? Well, you need to truly try to make it a multisensory experience. And this is very important. And this is why most people fail, because it's not enough to imagine it. You need to make it vivid. You need to be able to trigger the senses when you are imagining that. So let's say you're Michael Phelps. Well, you need to trigger visualization that also feels the cold of water, that feels the freezing nature of 5 a.m. swim, that you can feel the excitement of the competition in the Olympics before it happens. The more real it becomes, the more areas in your brain will light up. So the more you will ingrain that neural circuit. So the easier it's going to fire whenever you need it most. And this is such an incredible force. So I hope you truly do it. And I'm going to tell you exactly how I do it and how I am able to achieve the things that I'm able to achieve 10 times faster than the average person. And it's not magic, it's just knowing how to do it. Now, before I tell you how to do it, if you want to know how to apply visualization in your day-to-day life to achieve incredible stuff in a very short amount of time, book a call with us. I'm happy to tell you how I do it. And maybe if you want to train with us and become an elite founder, we can also help you with that. So how I do it? Well, visualization works at all levels, right? And performance is fractal. If you master every minute of your life, you're gonna master your life. So if you visualize every minute of your life, you're going to be visualizing what success on your life looks like. But in order to make it so that it's not too cumbersome and you can do it every day and just by devoting 5 to 10 minutes to it, here's what I suggest you do. This is what I do. I have 3 levels of it. One is the intentional level, so it is the long term. The other one is the day, and finally is the activity, right? So the long-term goal is I have a lot of goals that I'm chasing right now, right? And I have my intentions. I call them intentions because some of those goals are outlandish and don't even have a time stamp. So I don't know when I will achieve them. I just know I will at some point if I keep doing the things that I'm doing. But you can put a timestamp or not put it, doesn't matter. The point is something that is sitting well beyond where you're currently at right now. Not 1 or 2 years, but like 10 years. What do you want to achieve in that 10 years? And think it holistically. Think it as not only the goal, but who you will have needed to become in order to get it. Where will you be living? What would your family look like? What would your network look like? All of those things have to be in your mind. And you need to be creating this idea that you visualize every day. And I do that every single morning. That's part of the long-term visualization. Some people like to use a vision board. I don't, because I already have conditioned my mind to fully give me the idea that I'm chasing. But you can use that if you want. So that's level 1, which is the long-term visualization. Level 2 is about the day. What does the next day, every time I wake up, say, okay, what am I going to do today? Of course, I plan the day the night before, and I do it every single 30-minute slot. I do it, right? So I know exactly what I will be doing tomorrow at, let's say, I don't know, 11:30. That's perfectly mapped out. So I take 5 minutes when I come to my desk to visualize how is everything that is going to happen during the day, and what do I need to do at every time slot, what every work session has to deliver in terms of output. And then the third level is every time I'm starting a 90-minute work session, which we call internally ring fence sessions, I also visualize what the outcome is. So in the same day, I visualize a long-term goal that I'm truly excited, and I do that with all my senses. Then I visualize the day so I know for a fact how it's going to happen, and then I also visualize the task that I'm about to do, which is like more practice related. Those 3 levels give me the ability to guide my behavior so I do not fall for shiny object syndrome. I do not get swayed away by requests from other people, because I know exactly what the ideal day looks like. And the only thing I need to do is show up. So I hope you truly do this in your day-to-day. It's going to change your life. I don't say that lightly. It truly has the power to alter your behavior so much that you default to being elite. Like you start seeing yourself as an elite individual, and guess what? You become one at record speed. See you in the next video.